Millions of people today are making more money than ever before and still feel completely broke. Not struggling, not starving, broke. And almost nobody understands why. You know the feeling. It's payday. Your salary hits your account. For a second, you feel relief, maybe even hope. Then reality starts eating it alive. Rent, bills, insurance, groceries that somehow cost more than a dinner at a restaurant used to. Subscription after subscription quietly draining money in the background. And within minutes, that heavy feeling comes back. That quiet panic in your chest telling you are falling behind. The scariest part? This isn't just happening to poor people anymore. The middle class, the group that was supposed to represent stability, no longer feels safe either. But here's the disturbing part. The real reason everyone feels poor right now has almost nothing to do with coffee budgets or financial discipline. And it goes much deeper than inflation. Because what changed isn't just the economy, it's human psychology itself. In this video, we're going to break down how modern life quietly became a machine designed to extract your attention, drain your emotional energy, and keep you trapped in a permanent state of financial anxiety. And once you see it, you won't be able to unsee it. Because even people who are doing everything right are starting to feel financially exhausted. And that's not an accident. Objectively speaking, many people today earn more than their parents did at the same age. We have smartphones, instant deliveries, streaming platforms, AI tools, modern convenience everywhere. So why does life feel less stable? Because the rules changed. A generation ago, people believed something simple. Study hard, get a stable career, buy a home, slowly build security. The future felt predictable. Now, the basic foundations of stability have become luxury products. Housing exploded. Healthcare exploded. Education exploded. Even existing has hidden monthly costs now, and underneath all of it sits a constant invisible pressure: uncertainty. People used to plan their lives 10 years ahead. Today, most people don't even trust what the world will look like 6 months from now. And that changes the human brain more than people realize. You feel poor not because you're starving. You feel poor because the cost of making one mistake became catastrophic. One layoff, one medical emergency, one economic shift. And suddenly, everything collapses. If this feeling has been sitting quietly in the back of your mind too, save this video. You may want to come back to it later. But this is only the surface layer. Because there's another reason modern life feels financially exhausting, and almost nobody talks about it. Most people still think the economy is mainly about money. It isn't anymore. Now it's about attention. Every app on your phone is fighting for your dopamine. Every algorithm is learning your emotional weaknesses. Every platform profits more when you feel emotionally unstable. Think about that carefully. The modern economy discovered something terrifying. Anxious people consume more. Tired after work? The algorithm immediately sells you comfort. Stressed? It sells distraction. Lonely? It sells identity. Modern consumers are emotionally exhausted before their paycheck even arrives, and that changes spending behavior completely. People no longer buy things only because they need them. They buy temporary emotional relief. That's why so many people feel trapped in cycles of doom spending, impulse purchases, and chronic financial guilt. But here's the hidden truth almost nobody wants to admit. The economy directly profits from your emotional instability. The worse you feel, the more money you spend trying to feel okay again. And this creates a psychological trap. Most people blame themselves. They think, I'm just bad with money. But what if the system itself was engineered to keep you financially overstimulated? What if your exhaustion isn't a personal failure, but a business model? And social media made this problem infinitely worse. 100 years ago, people compared themselves to neighbors. Now, your brain compares your normal life to the richest and most curated people on the planet every single morning before you even leave bed. Luxury vacations, designer lifestyles, perfect apartments, perfect bodies, perfect careers, an endless stream of manufactured success. And slowly, your brain starts treating normal life as failure. Social media turned lifestyle into performance. Now, people don't just want stability. They feel pressured to look successful at all times, even when they're emotionally drowning. And this creates something incredibly dangerous: permanent financial shame. We feel broke not only because life became expensive, but because comparison became infinite. Share this with someone who's been quietly feeling financially exhausted lately. They probably need to hear this more than they realize. But the most dangerous shift is happening right now, and it's making all of this even worse. Artificial intelligence. For decades, people believed one thing: if I work hard enough, I'll eventually become secure. That belief is collapsing in real time. People are no longer sure their skills will matter in 5 years. Some aren't even sure their entire profession will survive. And beneath all of this sits a quiet fear that almost nobody says out loud. What if the future no longer needs me? That fear changes people psychologically, because poverty feels survivable. Obsolescence does not. People don't just fear losing money anymore. They fear becoming economically irrelevant. And this creates a level of existential anxiety human beings were never designed to carry permanently. Which leads to the real reason everyone feels exhausted now. It's not just work. It's constant adaptation, constant comparison, constant uncertainty, constant financial hyper-awareness. The human nervous system was never built for 24/7 economic anxiety at a planetary scale. Modern life feels like survival with Wi-Fi. We have unlimited entertainment, advanced technology, and endless digital convenience, but almost no emotional sense of safety. The economy became faster than human psychology. And deep down, millions of people feel it. If these conversations make you feel a little less alone in all this, subscribe. There's a lot more about the future we need to talk about, honestly. But maybe escaping this trap isn't about becoming richer faster. Maybe the future requires a completely different definition of wealth. Because real wealth may soon have nothing to do with status symbols. Maybe real wealth becomes emotional stability, low stress, adaptability, freedom from comparison, the ability to stay calm in a chaotic economy, quiet wealth over performative wealth. That mindset may become one of the rarest luxuries of the future, because people today are not only financially drained, they are emotionally drained. We are running out of certainty, trust, meaning, psychological stability. And the terrifying part is that the future economy may become even more efficient, while making human beings even more anxious. Maybe the scariest part of modern life isn't that people have less money. Maybe it's that fewer and fewer people feel secure, no matter how hard they work. So what do you think? Are people actually becoming poorer? Or are we becoming psychologically overwhelmed by the modern world itself? Let me know in the comments. This channel exists for people trying to understand the future without pretending everything is fine. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.